say wholesale, right? So I have a sentence riddle, and I want you to read that sentence riddle, and you will have 1 minute to identify a topic that we're going to be looking at today. Okay?
Yes.
Give me a second. Alright. Class, read the sentence riddle.
I'm divided into sections, some big, some small. I show percentages, degrees, and parts, not the whole. I can help you see what's most and least. What am I? A chart or a delicious feast? What am I?
Good. So before you answer, remember the rule. You put your hands up, I kick you, you stand, and you say it to the class. So you have 1 minute to think about what you think is our topic. Think about it. Anybody got the topic? Acacia?
Yes, Arrhenius.
A radius? Good try, good no. Good try. Samuel?
Yes, it's a pie chart.
A pie chart. Sarah? Keep standing. Sarah?
Pie chart.
A pie chart. Everyone agrees the pie chart we're looking at?
Yes, Miss.
Alright, very good. Give it a clap. Today we're looking at the pie chart, right? And the objectives for today, the objectives for today is that with the aid of a riddle, students can define the concept of a pie chart correctly. Students will be able to calculate the degree and percentage for each sector on the pie chart correctly. As well as using a mathematical instrument, students will construct a pie chart accurately. Students will identify, correctly solve, and interpret 3 out of 4 of the scenarios on the pie chart through a flashcard and a game. Right?
Yes,
Alright, students, so let's get into the lesson. So what is pie chart? Anybody have any clue what is a pie chart? Vinicia?
It's like something round,
Something
like
wrong?
a circle.
Very good. Give her a clap. Pie chart is something wrong. You hear pie, right? And y'all get hungry, right? Pie chart is something wrong as a circle. So let's get to the definition. Read for me, class.
A pie chart is a type of graph that represents the data in a circular graph.
Next sentence.
The pie slices show the data's relative size and is a type of pictorial representation of data. A pie chart requires a list of categorical variables
Variables
and
and
numerical
numerical.
Here, the term pie represents the whole, and the slices represents the part of the whole.
Good. So a pie chart is basically a circular graph, right? It's a circular graph because it's a circular chart, a pie chart, right? And a pie tells you about the whole, right? It tells you about the whole. And slices tell you about each section. You know when you get the board, you cake and it's boarded, and then you gotta make a little party bomb.
Yes.
Put it in section to make sure everybody gets.
Yes.
Good. So
Yes.
that's the slices, yes?
Miss Elizabeth, when I got you because I'm not getting no cake.
Alright, good. And it's a pictorial representation of data, meaning you can see it. Pictorial is you can see it, right? It's visual, right? Isn't that so? And from pictorial you get picture, isn't that so?
Yes.
Good. So here are some real life examples I have here. Alright, so we have nice pizza here. And you know this is a whole, right?
Yes.
And you have the little slices in sections. And I could eat the slices. I know you're getting hungry. Wait for the second one. Yes, we were talking about the birthday cake earlier. Good. So you have a circle of birthday cake and you have it cut out in section as well. These are some examples, real life examples you know about a first so you can be able to construct a pie chart, right? Read what the formula says.
The pie chart is an important type of data representation. It contains different segments and sectors in which each segment and sector of a pie chart forms a specific portion of the total percentage. The sum of all the data is equal to 360 degrees.
Good. So if you want to find the degree of a sector, let's say we have 20 pencils, right? And I said I give John 6, I give Samuel 2, right? So if I want to find the degree of that, it'll be Samuel, how much I give him? Isn't it 2? I give him 2, right? It will be 2 over the total. How much I had? 20, isn't that so?
Yes.
So it'll be 2 over 20. The given data, how much I give him? Over the total data, meaning how much in the total pencil I had, times 360 over 1. That will give that formula, use it to find for the degree, right? The degree. But instead of using 360, if you find the percentage, you put the given data over the total data. 2 over the total pencil, 20 pencil times 100%. That will give you the percentage to find the percent. Clear?
Yes.
Then I have an example, so I explain more details how to do it, right? But let's look at some advantages of using a pie chart, right? Read the first one.
This graph is well suited for sectors and information expressed in shares.
Good. It's suited for sectors. For instance, you have a whole set of raw data, right? And you don't understand what's happening there. So you have a pie chart. Each section is telling you what each data represents, right? Each section tells you exactly what data represents which section. Clear?
Yes.
Point 2, the second point.
It helps provide information as a tool for giving an informed audience.
Good. So that is basically telling you that the same raw data, when you look at it, you can be able to see what displayed, right? What it shows, what each sector shows, right? Or each slice. Let's look at some disadvantage of using a pie chart. First point, please. Read.
A pie chart has shortcomings if there are too many pieces of data to be used.
The second one.
It represents only one data set.
So what that's telling you is that, for instance, we have a table, right? Showing that types of cars. Then we have another table showing types of motorcycles. All of those data cannot go on one pie chart. You have to use one set of data alone. Either you use the pie chart showing the types of cars, or use it showing the types of motorcycle, right? Because all of that cannot go on the pie chart alone. That's a disadvantage of a pie chart. Everybody understand?
Yes.
Sure?
Yes, Miss.
Let's look at some steps how to construct a pie chart. You have 5 steps here. Let's go one at a time. First step.
Draw the circle of an appropriate radius.
Step 2.
Draw a vertical radius anywhere inside the circle.
Step 3.
Choose the largest central angle. Construct a sector of a central angle whose one radius coincides with the radius drawn in step 2. And the other radius is in the clockwise direction to the vertical radius.
Step 4.
Construct other sectors representing other values in the clockwise direction in descending order of magnitudes of their central angles.
Last step.
Shade the sectors obtained by different colors and label them as shown in the figure below.
Good. So let's do an example. So we're going to put those steps to use, and we're going to construct. I'm going to show you how to construct a pie chart. So we have an example here, right? It says a teacher conducts a survey in her class to find out students' favorite sports, right? And this is a table that shows here, right? And this table, we know this table is a frequency table. Isn't that so, class?
Yes, yes.
Good. And you have the sports. You have football, hockey, cricket, basketball,
And badminton.
and you have the total, right? How many students choose football as a favorite sport?
10.
How many choose hockey?
5.
Cricket?
5.
Basketball?
10.
And
Badminton.
badminton, how much?
10.
And the total of students was
40.
40. Alright students, so let's calculate the percentage of each student's favorite sports. Remember I told you earlier, you can find percentage of a pie chart and you can also find the degree, isn't that so?
Yeah.
Earlier, you can find percentage of a pie chart and you can also find the degree, isn't that so?
Yes.
But today we're going to look mostly at the degree, right? But let me just show you how to find the percentage of the students' favorite sports. We know that we know there were 40 students total, isn't that so?
Yes.
Good. And football. Let's find the percentage for football. How many students play football?
10.
So 10. So 10 over the total, which is 40 times 100 will give you how much? 25%. And 1 times by 100.
Because percentage is out of 100.
Very good. Percentage is out of
100.
Hockey. How many play hockey?
5.
5 students. 5 over 40 times 100 will be 12.5%. Cricket. How many?
5.
And over 40 times 100 will give you back 12.5% as well. Isn't that so?
Yes.
Good. Basketball?
10.
10 over 40 times 100 will be 25%. For badminton, how many students play badminton class?
10.
10 over 40 times 100 will be 25%. So this is how you find the percentage for each of the sports. Everybody understand?
Yes.
Sure. Alright students, let's find the degree of each student's favorite sports, right? So we have football, hockey, cricket, basketball, and badminton. So football we know is 10 students like football, isn't that so?
Yes.
10 over 40 times 360 degrees. Why we use 360 degrees is because we know a circle is equal to 360 degrees, isn't that so?
Yes.
And we're calculating for the degree of each student's favorite sport. Clear?
Yes.
Good. And that will give you 90 degrees. You have hockey, 5 over 40 times 360 degrees, and that will give you 45 degrees. Cricket, 5 students like cricket, 5 over 40 times 360 will be 45 degrees. And that's so steady. Good. Basketball, 10 over 40 times 360 will give you 90 degrees. And badminton is 10 over 40 times 360 will be 90 degrees. We can use this table here, the information on this table, and we're going to display it or show it on a pie chart, right? So first we draw for a circle, right? And we write our title. We go to pie chart to show it the students' favorite sports. So that's all, class?
Yes.
Good. So we have to construct each angle, each of the angle, right? The sports, right? In this circle here, right?
Yes.
So first we're going to construct the highest degree first. And then we're going to construct the lowest degree. Clear? Good. So let's construct the highest degree. You know football, how many degree football has, right?
Yes.
90 degrees, isn't that so?
Yes.
And remember we constructed angles, right? Or sectors in a circle, you have to use your what? The protractor, isn't that so, class?
Yes.
Good. Everyone can see?
Yes.
Good. So I go to center. This is my center of the circle, right?
Yes.
And I'll take my ruler and I'll draw a radius. Right? Remember the steps? You draw a radius. Good. Now what you're going to do, you're going to use the protractor and make sure exactly where the 0 line is touches directly at this radius here. Right? And we can construct it clockwise or anti-clockwise. So you make sure it touches 0 line. Everyone see it?
Yes.
Sure, over on that side? Good. And how many degree football has?
90.
Sure?
Yes.
Good. And you look on the protractor, where 90 is, you put a little dash. Right? And you take your ruler now, nicely, and you draw a straight line touching the circumference, the And we know this is what?
Football.
Football, right? So we do a little key here. With the key, we know we're going to draw a little key here. Football. And when you construct your angles inside, put in your sector inside of the pie chart, and it's not another extra space, it means that you didn't construct it correct. It's not correct. You're not supposed to have any space left. Right? This is 45 degrees. This is what? Cricket?
Yes.
And 6. Cricket. And what do you want us to put?
Six.
Star? We have a little check. Alright. We have a little check. Right? And when you look at the key now, right? When you look at the key, it shows that football is this X here. Basketball is the 0, the little circle. Right? And badminton is a little slash. Right? And hockey is a little subtraction sign. And now the tick is cricket. And you can be able to see inside of this pie chart, it shows you the degree of it as well. Isn't that so, class?
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
Sure?
Yes.
Alright. And don't forget to put the title of the pie chart showing as well, right? Make sure you have the title and you have the key as well when you're constructing your pie chart. Isn't that so, class? Alright. Now when you're constructing the pie chart, let's look at 3 questions based on the pie chart, right? So we're going to look at the pie chart and we're going to answer these 3 questions. Read the first question.
Which 3 scores represent an angle of 90 degrees?
Alright, look at the pie chart here. Which 3 scores? The first one is what?
Football, basketball, and badminton.
Good. So those are 3 scores that is equal to the angle is equal to 90 degrees, right? The second question.
What is the size of the angle for hockey and cricket?
Look at the pie chart. What is the size?
It's 45 degrees.
Very good. So the size is 45 degrees for hockey and cricket. The last question.
What is the size of the angle of football, basketball, and badminton combined?
Alright, look at this. How much is football?
90.
And how much is basketball?
90.
Badminton, how much?
90.
So 90 plus 9 is 270. Very good. 270 degrees. Very good. Let's see if it's correct. Oh, yes. Very good. Give that a clap. Good. Any questions?
No.
See that? So I have a group activity for you guys. We have group 1, group 2, group 3, and group 4, right? And I have 4 flashcards here as well. Behind each flashcard, there are 2, it consists of 2 questions. Question 1 consists of 3 parts. A, B, C. Question 2 is just 1 part alone, right?
Yes.
So 1 member from each group please stand to collect the flashcard. Good. And group 1A, group 1 will work question 1A. Group 2 will work question 1B. Group 3 will work question 1C. And group 4 will work question 2. Right? So you have only 15 minutes to get it to work as a group for these questions. Is that clear, student?
Yes, miss.
Is that clear, student?
Yes, miss.
Alright. Cassia, take one. See. Alright, students, is every group finished?
Yes, miss.
Alright, so now we'll have each group, 1 person from each group come up and we'll work the question on the board, right? Good. So group 1 will come up first. They'll work question 1A. Can you read question 1A for me, class?
Calculate the degree for each activity. Then construct a pie chart to represent the data on the table below.
Alright, so can I have a volunteer for group 1? Sadie? Alright, so Sadie, what will you be doing? The degree?
Yes, miss.
Alright, go right ahead. The rest of you pay attention on the board. Alright, let's go first. School has 90 degrees, sleep is 120 degree, play is 30 degrees, study is 60 degree, and TV is 15 degree, and other activities is 45 degree. That is correct. Give her a clap. Which activity do you think, Steve? Look at the pie chart. Tell me which activity they must most is spent on.
The activity we'll have as a spectrum is sleep, the most on the pie chart, and the most in the
Very good. That's correct. Give it a clap. Alright, good. Group 3, can I have a volunteer for group 3? Alright, Samuel. Samuel's going to come in front of the board and he's going to read question 1C and then answer it in a complete sentence. The rest of you pay attention.
With three activities when added together, give us the number of hours as sleeping. The three activities when added together, give us the number of hours as sleeping are studying, TV, and others.
That is correct. Give it a Alright. Excellent job for the group so far. Students, let's look at the last question on the board. Read what's the question asked.
The table below displays the favorite pets of students in AP.
Good. And the table shows we have to find the angle of each favorite pet and also we have to construct a pie chart showing this table. Isn't that so, class?
Yes, miss.
Alright, group 4, can I have a volunteer to calculate the angle for each pet? Larry, come up. Alright, so we have Larry going to come up in front and she's going to find the angle for each of the favorite pets. Roxy, you pay attention. It is correct, isn't that so, class?
Yes,
Is Larry done? Very good. Alright, so can we have another member from group 4 to construct the pie chart? Maya. Alright, that is correct. Give her a clap. Wonderful job for all of the group. So now I have a fun activity for you guys. And we're going to be playing a game, right? The students, the fun exciting game I was talking about is How.It, right? And this game consists of only 6 questions. This is how you play it, right? To log into the game, you're going to type in www.how.it and then you put in your game pin and remember the name that the nickname you'll be signing in to is group. Whether if you're from group 1, you put group 1. If you're from group 2, you put group 2. If you're from group 3, you put group 3. If you're from group 4, you put group 4. Isn't that so, class?
Yes, miss.
Or you can scan the code here, right? And for each question, there is a specific second given to answer for each question. So you're going to see the question all